TIFU by peeing while on FaceTime. I, 15M, am currently talking to a girl from my school, 15F, to get to know her. We met a few weeks ago and I think things were going well until today. Earlier we were on a FaceTime call, which we normally do every evening for the last week or so. Everything was fine and we had been on call for a couple hours when I had to pee. She was in the middle of telling me a story and I didn't want to interrupt her and seem rude. But I also really wanted to pee. So I decided to just go and just keep holding the camera on my face so she wouldn't know, and it wouldn't be weird. I tell her I am changing rooms to get more privacy and get to the bathroom. She continues her story while I drop my pants, all while holding the camera at the same angle on my face. I mute so she can't hear my stream, temporarily stopping my stream and unmuting whenever I have to respond. Everything was going as planned without her knowing until I finished. I tried to do the thing that guys do and give it a shake to get the pee drops out. But I guess I was shaking enough that the camera was also shaking. She notices and asks me if I am jerking off and calls me disgusting. I tell her I am not and confess that I was just peeing, which she doesn't believe. So in my panic I decided the best way to prove it to her was to flip the camera around and show her the toilet full of pee. She asks what's wrong with me and calls me a freak and hangs up. I tried calling her a few minutes later but she declined it. This is probably the end and I doubt she's gonna still want to talk to me after that. It sucks cause I really liked her, but I am too stupid and ruined it. TLDR. FaceTimed a girl I was talking to. Tried to secretly pee and she thought I was jerking off. Two 15-year-olds having 15-year-old problems. Tears of joy. It'll be fine bro, just be cool. Okay op. I have to admit that as a 53-year-old guy who was painfully shy at your age, I laughed my ass off at your story. Sincerely though, my heart goes out to you. And at some stage in the future you'll also look back and chalk it up to life experience. Trust me, you'll also have plenty of good laughs along the way, and will very likely add more anecdotes like this to your story. Try not to sweat it too much. As time passes this will be much further back in your rear mirror. You're 15 years old and this will just be another story to add to the books. There will be plenty more fish out in the sea that will actually believe you. Don't stress it. LPT. A quick, hold that thought. I need a minute to hit the bathroom is always appropriate. Unless you are comfortable with the person. But dude, you are both 15. That's gonna come back to haunt you in the fall. This is one of those things that 15-yo girls will expect dumb 15-yo boys to do. Just own it and be like, ah ha ha, yeah, that was weird, I just didn't want to interrupt you, I'm an idiot. Nothing to lose at this point, just try to stay chill and not feel like the world is ending. Give it a shake to get the pee drops out. So I never understood why guys do this. Like, don't you risk spraying the excess pee drops around and even on yourself? If I have something wet and shake it, the drops never go straight down. They always go all over. I wouldn't expect anything less from 15-year-olds. Absolutely devoid of logic and reasoning. Don't take that in a bad way, we were all 15 and stupid once. You could easily have avoided this or played it off, but you'll figure that out when you're older. Don't try and FaceTime her. She won't answer, just send a message. I'm so sorry, I was dying for a pee and didn't want to be rude and interrupt your story. I was trying to be respectful, but instead I've made a stupid mistake. I'm sorry if that weirded you out. Cold sweat smile. If she doesn't reply or forgive you, then TBH, maybe she ain't worth it. I'm sorry, but you didn't want to interrupt her story to go pee, so you instead interrupted her story. To say you changed rooms to the bathroom for privacy reasons? Don't ask questions you don't want the answer for. I remember 15. Don't worry about it. By the time you're 75 you'll have forgotten about it. Most of the time. This will be a hilarious story for you in a few years, you can look forward to that. Lol, this story gave me a laugh. I miss being a kid. Message her and let her know you panicked and acted stupid because you didn't want her to think you would do that, especially without consent. If she can't roll with it, then she would have been a pain in the ass to have around. She is 15 and has seen worse than pee in a toilet on social media. Life lesson. If you shake it more than twice, you are playing with it. Don't play with it on a phone call. She's that conceited she thinks just seeing her face made you horny, lol. To be 15 again, LMAO. If you gotta do that again, sit down and don't shake so hard, open mouth smile. There are plenty of private, personal and hygiene-based things that you should keep to yourself. My GF and I call it the line. Some examples are: we brush and clean our own teeth. This one was obvious but came up when we saw my stepdad pick food out of my mother's mouth. Gross, confounded face. We can wash each other's bodies in the shower, but private parts are our own problem. We never see each other on the toilet, and one, I just thought of one, and it's not holding a tissue for the other while they blow their nose. There are more, and I'm sure other people have some examples which I'd like to know out of curiosity. This is going to be one of those things you'll remember years from now, randomly at 2 in the morning. Honestly, I'd just explain the truth. Tell her that you really needed to go to the bathroom but didn't want to interrupt her talking because you didn't want to be rude to her. Then when she thought you were jerking off and wouldn't believe you, you panicked because you didn't want her to think you're disgusting or make her dislike you because you really enjoy talking to her. And in your panic state you made the wrong decision to show evidence that you weren't jerking off. Apologize for making her uncomfortable and for making the wrong decisions. Tell her that it was never your intention to upset her. In fact, you wanted to do everything but upset her and went about it in the wrong way and are sorry about that. And promise her that if you ever have to go to the bathroom again while she's telling a story, you'll just interrupt her and go real quick instead of what you did this time.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.